The first thing to do for this course, if you aren't using Google Chrome, I strongly recommend that you download Google Chrome. You can just search for it and download it, or use Firefox. That works as well. Please don't use Safari. There's just options on it that aren't as good as these other browsers. And the most important thing to do with Google Chrome, you can also do this with Firefox to search for view image. It's the same process with Firefox. But with Google Chrome, I have it installed. I'm going to search for view image. And as you can see right here, view image, an extension for Google Chrome comes up. So I'll click on that, and I'll click on Add to Chrome, and then I'll say Add Extension. I'm not going to worry about sync right now. So I've added view image. So please stop the video right now. Go and add view image either to Chrome or to Firefox, and then restart the video. Thank you. Okay, so now it's time with your first assignment and with many others to add an image to your blog post. So you've already created your blog. Coming over here to New Post. And I have a few things prepared here to make this go quicker. So say, for example, you always want to come up here and put a title for your post. So I'm saying My Image of Photojournalism. Okay. The other thing I want to mention that I've used Blogger for many years for my personal website, and I'm just going to suggest that you put in a few words like this. It could be paragraph, it could be space, because I find when you add images to Blogger, it's much easier to have some text and then add the images in between. Okay, so say right here, I want to add an image. There's a couple of ways of doing that. This icon here is what it sounds like, Insert Image. So I can click on it. And one option is to upload an image from your computer. Just like with Facebook or any other social media platform, you click Upload. You'll choose Files to add. And then, so I can just pick a file right here like so. Come over and click Open. And so I'll just select that image and click on Select. And you can see it adds the image to my blog. So that's how you upload it from your computer, which is something you'll be taking pictures later in the course and you'll need to do this. But I'm just going to undo that for now. So now I want to add an image from the web to my blog. So there is a photojournalist. Let me just get back to my Google images here. His name is John H. White. And we'll go to images. I saw John White speak many years ago when I was just starting off as a photojournalist. Here's a picture of him as a younger man. He worked for the Chicago Sun-Times and won a Pulitzer Prize for feature photography. Here's John White in his older years. He's gotten into doing some more teaching today. But what he won the Pulitzer Prize for, which if you aren't familiar with it, is one of the highest awards for journalism, is he just documented daily life in Chicago. So this is one of my favorite pictures of his. It just shows some joyous boys running by a housing project. So it's not portraying Black Americans with doom and gloom. It's a positive portrayal. So say I want to add this image to my blog. What I can do is come right here to View Image. Now, if you haven't added that view image that I suggested, please go and do it. If you can't or don't want to, for whatever reason, you can right-click on the image and come down to Copy Image Address. So when you click on that, it'll copy image address, and you can use that later for the step I'll show you in a moment. But hopefully you've installed View Image. You click on View Image. It opens up the image in a new window, and I'm going to copy this URL for View Image. I'll come back to my post, and I come back to my Insert Image icon, click on it, and in this case, I'm going to say by URL, that URL from the web. I'll paste that in right here. It gives me a preview of the image. I'll click Select. Now you can see the image came in, but it was a pretty big file, so I'm not seeing all the image. So if I click on the image, there's a little plus and minus right here, and so I can click on minus and make it smaller. Okay, now it's still a little big. All right, so it's like that. Now, the real important thing to do, because this looks pretty good right now in my editing software right here, but right over here is Preview. So I'm going to click on Preview. And when I do Preview, I see that the image spills over here into the sidebar area of my blog. So I can see that the image is too big. So I'm going to come back to my post, click on the image again, come down here, it's the same menu, it's just on the lower part, and I'm just going to click to make it a little bit smaller, double check my preview. Okay, it looks great. It just fits nicely in my blog, and it's not too big, it doesn't overlap on the side right here. So now, we need to add some information. In the same way, if you're writing a paper and you quote some information from a book, we want to quote the author of this photo, so photo by John White. And then it's going to be super important that you add the image source. So once again, this will be doing a proper citation of this image. So we have the photographer's credit, but then I need to credit the image source. Where did I get this image from? Now, if I go back to Google Images, I clicked on View Images, View Image to see the actual photo to get that link to add the photo to my blog. However, the image source is right over here. You can see this World Wide Web icon. So now for the image source, I need to click right here. So here's the home of that photo. So once again, I'll take this URL. I'm going to come back to my post, come up here, and do Insert URL. And I get this window. So I'll paste in right here. This is a URL to the image source. I can click right here, test this link. Beautiful, opens up. And then this is super important, come down here and please click on Open this link in a new window. So you've tested it, you have opened this link in a new window, and then OK. So I have my photo, I have the photo by the image source. Now, with this particular blog post, there's just one image. So if you do put in some spacers, please make sure to remove those. And then it'll just be really important. You're all set. You can preview it just to get a sense of it's all looking good. And then this next button right here, you can publish your post. So we want to confirm. Yep. And then if I hover my cursor, I can come over to this little eyeball right here and click on View. And so I can see right here, I have my title, the photo, photo by, and then when I click on my image source, it opens up in a new window. That's super important because remember we clicked that box for open in a new window. Now, I can always come back to a blog post. With this one right here, I want to do revert to draft because I want to edit it and just show you something. So once it's in draft mode right here, I can click to open it up again. Now, if you want to get a little fancier and have your blog posts look a little sharper, you can, I'm just going to actually copy this text right here, photo by John White. I'm going to click on the image and get this little icon right here, which shows my caption. So I paste it in that text, and then what I'm going to do is take my image source, I'll select his name, come up here once again to insert link, so it shows the text to display is John White. I'll test this link, always good to test it. Then come down to open this link in a new window and do OK. And now I'm going to delete all this information because it doesn't need to be redundant. And so now I'll publish my post once again. I'll publish button over here. Come over to view. And so now we can see it looks cleaner, and when it has the photo by John White, I can just click and it takes me to the image source. All right, there you have it.